Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 14th to the 21st of March. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description box below the video, all that information's in there for you. Also, please remember that time is fluid, so this could have already happened, could be happening now, could be happening sometime in the future. And also please remember that these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everyone out there. Just take what resonates with you or for you and leave the rest. Something so strange is happening in this room today. Okay, so came to the wall to try and do your reading, and my voice kept closing up, so I thought, right, okay, it's about communication. Just took a sip of coffee, and I've got a little can of elderflower tonic water with me. It's effervescent, so it's a bit bubbly. As soon as I started to drink it, my voice has gone down a tone, and it feels quite, I don't know, it feels quite like a sensual reading for you, if that resonates with anybody. Are you having naughty thoughts about someone? I don't know. We'll have a look at the cards. But equally as strange, I came to the wall to try and do the reading. See, my voice has gone down an octave, which is just strange in itself. So and my heart was beating like I'd been running a marathon. I was out of breath, and I thought, what the heck's going on here? So I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but they're asking me to tell you. So, okay. But yeah, my voice has gone down an octave. It's quite, I don't know, it feels quite seductive in this room. Wow. Okay. So, what do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Ooh. Prince of Swords. Coming to somebody, I feel very swiftly. It's quite a swift energy. He's there on this horse and wanting to almost like, it feels like he wants to go into battle, because the horse has got this armour on his head. But you're coming towards somebody is a truthful message or conversation, but it feels like time is of the essence. Perhaps that's why I was getting like I'd run a marathon. Time is of the essence for you to speak this truth. Wow. Anything else for Aquarius, please? Yeah, is that nervousness again? A little bit of nervousness about this reading for someone, and I'm connecting with it. Okay, anything else for Aquarius, please? Aquarius in love in relation to this reading, and highest messages only, please. Oh, okay. Oh. So feeling a little, you've turned up in your own reading again, Aquarius. So I do see this as starred. It is destined. You see this situation as written in the stars. And I feel like this message here, this fast galloping message, this message, time is of the essence, I need to speak to them. It's almost like I feel an apology for some reason, because you're offering them, with this truthful message, you're offering them a very stable foundation. So it says to me, whoever I'm connecting with, or perhaps it is for the collective, it feels like there's been a breakdown in communication between yourself and someone else. But they've given you the Tower and the Eight of Swords, so you have been very stuck from wherever you've come from, and I feel that this is why time's of the essence. You've been bound to something. So perhaps this Tower moment is associated with the breakdown in communication between you and someone else. Feels very desolate. It feels like a finality to whatever has happened before. And you've been stuck for a very, very long time. With this Eight of Swords energy, you could get up, you could take those binds off, you could walk away from those swords circling you, Aquarius, but you've remained stuck in this Tower moment, in this fear, in this melee of low vibrational energy. You've been bound to it, you've stayed in it for some time. But now time's of the essence. You want to communicate either with this person here, whoever, whatever situation this was, or perhaps it's a new one, but however it resonates with you, there is a situation out there that you do feel needs communication to make it solid. But also, it could be your divine partner, it could be a soulmate. Sticky fingers again. But it is destined. You feel it's destined for you to speak this truth and create this very stable situation between you and this other person. Wow. Okay. Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius in relation to this reading? Anything else for Aquarius, please? It always feels like you want to, and the reason I feel that my voice has gone deep is because this truth is very heartfelt. It's not some, what is it? Oh, okay, they've given me giddy nonsense. It's not, although immature, it's not immature in nature. So perhaps you have communicated perhaps with this person or situation, or however it resonates, in a very immature way previously. But you're actively moving your energy towards them and you want to speak a truth. But it's not... It's a little truth to get things to a more solid foundation. But you're offering them a very solid situation here. So perhaps this tiny message you think will lead to something that's greater. I've got Six of Swords here. So yeah, wanting to move with this tiny message. You're hoping it will move this connection along. It will build a bridge. That person's in this boat with you. They're singing from the same page. This is what you're hoping for. You're hoping that that communication will provide the grounding, very stable grounding for a fruitful relationship. You want to tell this person that you want to come in and almost like scoop them up and take them away to calmer waters. You want them with you in your boat on this journey of life. Wow. Okay. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius? Anything else for Aquarius? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Oh, there we go. Wow, decision. So, deciding what to do, how to come unstuck from this Tower moment and this Eight of Swords moment. Just don't know what to do. How do I move forward? Do I communicate? Do I not communicate? Do I stay in this stuck energy? But you want to create something that's very fruitful for the future. We've got this Three of Cups. Now, normally can be read two different ways. Can be read as you want to celebrate with this person, however it resonates. But I do see that as three's a crowd for some reason. So it says to me there's been 3 people in a situation. But it looks like you're deciding to leave that kind of nonsense behind. It shows a lack of confidence making a decision, doesn't it? The 3. Well, I don't really know which one to choose, so I'll keep both on the cooker. True. So what do you do? It is low vibrational ways of thinking and feeling and conducting relationships. You never get the best out of yourself or out of the other people don't get the best out of you either. And the lines of communication are sometimes blurred. Like I said, immature communication. So I think you're making a decision on which one to choose. Which way do I go? What do I do? 3 is a crowd. Don't want any more of that nonsense. So this 3 is a crowd. Perhaps somebody's found out about that 3 is a crowd and is leaving the party. Or perhaps you don't want any of that anymore. This 3 is a crowd. You want something that's very brand new with someone else. Look at this. The amount of... okay. So, yeah. Makes sense. So I'll leave those cards there. So this 3 is a crowd situation. However, it resonates. But I do see that as 3 people in a relationship is a tower moment in itself. We've got the 9 of Swords. Why did I do this? Why did I create this situation? How am I ever going to get out of it? If the other person finds out what I've been doing, what can I do? What can I do? And I feel it's self-created, this tower moment. It's nothing that anybody else has done. But I do see that as somebody's left the party, somebody's had enough of third-party shenanigans. However it resonates. Might not be a full-blown relationship. It could be a friendship and you had 2 people on the go. And you were both saying to both parties, I like you, I like you. But one person's left. I feel that one person has definitely left this. And has caused you some amount of turmoil here, this 4 of Cups. I do see that person's here for some reason. So crying over spilt milk. It's almost like that person's left the inner turmoil. It creates heartache, but you don't want to look their way. They've left the party, but you can't look their way, because if you did, this person here would know all about it. But you still feel bound by that energy. You've been sitting in it for some time, so your heart is almost, I feel, yearning for this cup here, the one that left. The one that didn't want to be messed about. And the decision now is, what do I do? What do I do? Do I go towards the cup that left? Or do I just stay in this situation? Because it does give you some turmoil, heartache, gives you a headache. Because you've created this situation in the first instance. It's kind of like owning up to your own demise. It's self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? People will only play that game for, you know, a certain amount of time. And I feel that tower moment there is this person leaving the party, but also the tower moments inside. It's like, I don't have any communication with this person. even though I want to move towards them. Decision to be made there. Do I move towards them? I would love to speak to them. I would love to tell them how I feel and the truth of the situation. This situation they left. I want to build bridges with this Ace of Pentacles, and I want to come into unison. I want everything to be perfect. So I do see that as one person's left the party, but you also want to connect with the person that's left the party again. Wow. And this is this truth. You want to scoop them away to calmer waters. You want to build those bridges. You want to build a very solid foundation. But like I said, no communication. I'm coming in as a prince. Okay, it's not a declaration. It's not, because you're fearful. I feel that the other person will reject you. Will say, I'm not interested. What's changed? Why come back to me now? Why try this? So perhaps you're thinking about connecting with them as friends and then building from there. And then this Six of Swords, trying to scoop them away and create this future that you want. But from here, you're very, 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 very doubtful. But you have been in manifestation mode, or are in manifestation mode. So you've been sending signs and synchronicities out into the universe to get this person to notice you again. You've been pulling out all the stops to try and get this person to think about you, because you're thinking about them in the terms of love and what they mean to you. And you want to speak to them. So you're looking at times that you've shared between each other, perhaps photographs, I don't know, however it resonates. But you've been looking at them and you've been thinking, I'd really like to revisit that. How do I get there? How do I get this person to notice me again? What do I need to do? Wow. Okay, with the Six of Pentacles, you want to come in and create a very stable situation. You want to give this situation your time and effort now. Because you do see them as your divine partner. Very sweaty palms again. What's going on? So, having to get yourself into kind of like va-va-voom mode, I feel, Aquarius, Queen of Wands, wanting to move forward very, very, very swiftly, wanting to come in very confidently, saying to this person, oh, I know what I did was wrong. With this Prince of Swords, it's tiny truth. It's a little tiny, hi, how you doing? It's kind of like an apology. I apologise, but getting your confidence up in order to say those words. You're hoping that it will smooth things over. That those choppy waters that are between you will dissipate and everything will be calm. You're very nervous about coming forward though, because you know it's a bit of a... Really, I had to stop myself then. Bit of a dirty dog thing to do, isn't it? Regardless of gender. It's a bit naughty having two on the pop. Oh dear. Wow. Keeping your options open there, Aquarius. So yeah, it's a bit naughty. But you want to be victorious. Oh gosh. You want to be victorious in this. You want the Six of Wands. You want to be able to speak to this person. You want to be able to smooth things over. You want them to sing from the same hymn sheet as you. And you want to get dirty in the shrubbery with them. The Lover's card. So you do want an intimate relationship, I feel, with this person. You want to be able to speak to them in person. You want to tell this person how much they mean to you and who they are to you, because you do see them as a soulmate. Very much in your own energy here, trying to create the future. which is very tangible. But I feel that if it is a soulmate connection with that Magician card, perhaps they can feel your energy on a whole different level. So they'll be able to feel the energy shifts that you're going through. And perhaps they're just waiting for you to pop in. I was wondering when he was going to pop out. So yeah, you want a 10 of Cups situation, which is everything. A happy family life, financial security, emotional security. I think that's very important for you, Aquarius. Emotional stability. Something that's very tangible, something that's very grounded, something that's very loving and nurturing. And perhaps that's why this person left the party. Whatever you were offering was, I hate saying this, breadcrumbs. It wasn't nurturing. You didn't put the time and effort in. But it's almost like you want to apologise now. And we've got this High Priest here. So we are going to have a look at the book and see what he says. So the synopsis, it seems very, very, very sedate and very considered in here today. Normally it's quite poppy, but the energy is quite sedate. It's quite serious. So I feel that whoever I'm connecting with, if it is the collective, you're very serious about this connection. They mean a lot to you. And they're making me not run through the cards. They're making me take my time. It's almost like they're declaring to me to declare to you, if that makes sense. Because after all, I'm just a voice box. It's a very serious situation, whoever this resonates with. There is value, so from the High Priest, there is value in discipline and routine to maintain the connection between your spiritual and your worldly life. So coupled with that Magician there, having to put the time and effort and consistently get into Magician mode. So it's not just, and I feel a couple of weeks ago, the energy was overwhelming. It was like, I need to get there like yesterday, push all this energy out, push, and it's overwhelming. So I feel that you understand now that it's about consistently thinking about this person, and not just a 5-minute need to think about them and overwhelm the other person with the energy that you're pushing out, but the other person is not so startled by it. I feel it's not overwhelming. They're running for the hills thinking, crumbs, Aquarius really wants to get there, but I'm just not ready. That's how that reading felt. But today you're very consistent, you're very considered, you're very serious about this. So your powers of manifestation, you have been consistently working on those. So it's like a little bit every day to get this person to look your way or be reminded of you. Because you want to show them that you're not here today, gone tomorrow, that you won't put the effort in, that you won't get bored after 5 minutes and fly away, that you will put that steady, consistent effort into the situation to create something that's very abundant. And that's gorgeous. My throat's closing up now, so it is about communication. I'm very scared about even speaking to this person. Very scared. Yeah, Princess of Wands. So, the Prince of... Who do we have over here? Oops. So with that time, it's a swift message, but there is some sassiness to it because you want this person to notice you. So it is a truth. So it's almost like an apology, but there's a little bit of sass there as well. It's not just an apology as in being defeated. It's kind of like a cheeky. Perhaps you're in the mindset of saying, look, I'm so sorry I created that situation. I didn't realise how much I loved you. Or how much I cared about you. Oh, I was scared. I was scared about my feelings for you and shut you out. So it feels like almost like that. There's a duality to that message. It's the truth, but there's a little bit of sass in there. You're trying to get that other person to notice you again. Messages, it could be anything, could be forms of communication, or however it resonates. It could be, like I said, I felt very, feels quite sensual. So I think the intent behind it is to tell whoever it is that you have a lot of feelings for them. You just can't communicate that very well, and it does show a sign of immaturity if you can't communicate how you feel, what your feelings are for someone. We should be able to say to someone, okay, I have feelings for you, and you know, but you seem to, whoever I'm connecting with, takes the long road around it, kind of like dances around the situation, dips their toe in, dances around, dips their toe in, dances around, and you know it's not consistent, is it? So that's why you're making a choice with this Two of Pentacles to actually come in and speak. Prince of Cups, so yeah, messages, so they are swift. So you want to come in as direct, as an apology, as a little bit sassy. With love though, you want to offer, you moving your energy towards them so they can feel it brewing in the air. They're waiting for you to send them a message. But it is a message, it is an apology, a little bit of sassiness in there, but it's from the heart. So it very well could be, like I said, coming in saying, sorry I messed you around, I didn't realise how many feelings I had for you. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. Oh, death card. Okay. So, wow. So we've got the Prince. Do we have the Prince and Princess of Cups? So, yeah. You're very keen to communicate, I feel. Very, you want to get, you're in this Queen of Wands moment. You want to be direct. You want to send your energy out to them. You want to reconnect in a very loving way. And it does say to me, okay, we've just got the Prince and Princess of Cups. So the messages are not massive. If they were Queen and King, then that's a declaration, that's a situation you want to create. These little messages here have intent behind them. You're hiding behind those messages. You're almost sending them out, but almost like kind of like going, I hope I've sent enough out. It's not overwhelming. It's not too much, but perhaps they'll read in between the lines and they'll fluff it out and make it more than it is. The problem with that and about communication, okay, that amount of immature communication, is we've all done it before. If we've liked someone, we've all gone down that road of, you know, skirting around the issue or saying a little bit or indicating. Misinterpretation. It's a hotbed for it. So you need to come in as direct to say to this person, okay, this is the truth of the situation. Sorry I keep sending silly messages. I'm just a bit insecure. I'm just a bit afraid. I'm afraid of opening my heart again. Prince and Princess of Wands. So it just says to me, you want to come towards him very swiftly, but with sass. With a sassiness. So how do you do that? So through communicating, and I feel tiny messages just to build a rapport between both of you. What was I saying about declaring, coming in and saying the truth of the situation is this. This is how I feel about you. I was disappointed and desolate without you, the Seven of Cups. Life wasn't the same without you in it. It's been very truthful. Speaking your mind with confidence, King of Swords, and also with a little bit of fire in your belly, a little bit of sassiness to it, but actually telling this person exactly what they mean to you. So there's no room for misinterpretation or people getting the wrong end of the stick. And you know, and that's where the Death card comes in. Death to old ways of running your relationships, or definitely this one in particular. Death to that cycle. No more. It's consistent, it's honest, it's building a relationship that's sustainable. It's an apology, it's calmer waters, it's beautiful. But there's a lot riding on this for you, and I feel that's why these messages are very tiny. So it's not, then you get the kind of like confidence. If messages are reciprocated and it's kind of like, hi, how you doing? You're just dipping your toe in the water. So if they're reciprocated, then of course it's going to give you the confidence as a Queen of Wands. And then you can declare with the King of Swords that it is about consistency. It's about creating a very stable situation between you and someone else, Aquarius, that I feel you took the wrong turn for some reason. It feels like you made a bad choice. But while this has all been going on, you've been working very hard on yourself, on your situation, the Eight of Pentacles here. So working very hard in the background while there's no communication between you and this person. And you have been waiting, and I feel like it's almost like you've been waiting for them to come to you, the Three of Wands. You want communication, you want them to come back. You're looking out over that vista, waiting for them to trot around this hill. But it's up to you to declare to them. It's not up to them to come to you, indicated by this Two of Wands card here. Soon as this communication starts, and soon as it's reciprocated, everything's kind of like calmer waters, smoothed over. Look at that. You've declared you're the man standing on the hill, regardless of gender. Bare bones you. You've come into your own. You've sealed off a very low vibrational way of dealing with love, I feel. And that could have been because you've been stabbed in the back previously. Love's not been very kind to you. It's given you tremendous heartache. And it feels like perhaps the shell that you've created for yourself and for your feelings and your emotions going forward and how you deal with your partners, it's on a very immature level. Sorry to say, and it's just throughout it's fear. Fear does that to us. So when we interact with people or create situations, inevitably, if you come into it with an immaturity about it, they will fail. It's a very, from these energies here, you didn't want that other person to leave the party. You didn't want it to dissipate. So it's death to old ways for you, Aquarius, which is gorgeous to see. No more, you know, I kind of like you, but I'm not too sure. And it's kind of a waiting period. Who's going to wait for somebody that does that with their energy or with someone's emotions? It's, you know, the other person is going to, if there's three in there, one person's just going to leave and think, no thanks, that's not for me. That's very low vibrational. I'm worth more than that. And we should treat everybody in that respect. So what else do we need to know? Yeah, Princess of Pentacles. Small communication there, a little bit of sass behind it. Wondered why you wanted to come back to this, because it is the death of old ways and it is the rebirth of this situation here. You want to rebirth it. You want to, and look at that. Very powerful time for you, Aquarius, though. The Ferulite cards here, and you're using your, combined with, if you have a look at the cards that they're giving you as well. Okay, it speaks volumes. So we've got the King of, I'll just pull these out. So here we've got Princess of Wands, we've got the Prince of Wands, we've got the Prince of Swords, he's on his own, but the Princess of Cups, the Prince of Cups and Princess of Cups. So the Ferulite card uses masculinity and femininity to create a potion, equilibrium, which is mirroring your messages. You're creating a very equal grounding for messages. So it does say to me that it's not just one person sending a message and then you disappear, say, because that shows immaturity, doesn't it? I'm not going to reply to your message for 5 days because you may get the wrong idea and think I like you. That kind of nonsense. You're coming in, you're doing it in a very grounded, a very considered way, a very methodical way. But you're using these powers of femininity and masculinity in order to cook up this gorgeous potion here that that does actually bring equilibrium to this situation that you want to rebirth. This person notices it and goes, yeah, okay then, you want it. Show me how dedicated you are. Show me I'm going to make you jump through hoops now, regardless of gender. But I'm going to make you work for it. If you really want it, you're going to have to work for it. And that's your own fault for not being consistent in the first instance and treating love with an immaturity that it didn't deserve. Okay, I don't know where that message has come from. Sorry to give you a telling off. But yeah, looking back at happier times, looking backwards to a very carefree life. See these children here, they're just playing with corn that's in these cups, you know, they're very carefree. And you're looking back at times where you have felt that kind of emotional fulfillment in the past, and you want to leave that kind of carefree life now. You want to enjoy love, you want to be loved, you want to give love, you want to be present and in the moment with people, rather than thinking, heck, I've got to be somewhere else with someone, can't send a message today, send it in 10 years time, oh, that person's not receiving my messages. And it kind of feels like that. So you're looking back at how you can run your relationships in a better way. You want to bring that amount of emotional fulfillment back in your life. And perhaps it is somebody from the past. That is from your childhood or formative years. So yeah, still stuck. 4 of Swords. No, I need to move forward, but I really don't know how to do it. What do? I don't want to have egg on my face if I message this person and they say blocked. That's it. But I feel that when you do show up with all these energies here, which is very consistent, you're using all of this guile and just, it is beautiful. The energy here is very passionate. You are very passionate about starting something new with this person, and you do want to offer them your love. You're just very scared, Aquarius, very scared. You're kind of like in the back of your mind, do you think the other person's going to reject you, or perhaps they've got better options, perhaps they've moved on from you and that's why you're in magician mode. You want to remind this person of you. You want to say, look, I'm still here. I would like to explore this. But I feel that when you, whatever lines of communication that you have, when they're consistent, the wheel turns in your favour. And it is all about communication. It's about you being present and in the moment and not breadcrumbing. I'm so sorry this reading is, but whoever it's for has been a bit naughty, I feel. Remember, these messages are channeled. These readings are not me. They're my guides and spirits and whoever else. They pick the cards. It's not me picking them for you. So yeah, the High Priestess here. But you've been keeping this all to yourself. All these ideas and things for the future. You've been keeping them all to yourself. You haven't told this other person. You haven't told anybody else about this. There is a situation, though, that you do need to shed, and it looks like it's a very legal situation in order to come back to this one and make amends almost. So, not only cutting away immaturity and making a decision to move forward, I feel that that third person there, you're actually actively cutting them away from the situation, no longer in your life. Very definitive. But you know that you're going to get some resistance. Look at the Seven of Wands. You're going to get some resistance. You're waiting for it to happen as well. And perhaps that's why you're a bit worried about even speaking to this person. You know that they're going to say to you, wow, okay, where have you been? Why did you treat me in the way that you did? And how is this going to work moving forward? So you're going to have to come in with that King of Swords energy and that Queen of Wands energy, and you're going to have to declare your thoughts and feelings for the future, how you really feel. Not, oh, I'll tell them a half-truth, I'll trot off into the sunset. Never tell them how I feel and regret it. Because that's what happens. And inevitably, down the road of life, and when we leave this mortal coil that we call the earth and our body, when we bob off to wherever we need to go to, the regret will be there. So, if anything has shown anybody in this past year of this awful pandemic, I hate coming back to it, but everybody's experiencing it, that we're living through. Okay, tomorrow is not guaranteed. And this awful thing can happen to anybody, any one of us. And I have known people that it's happened to, and I have known people that have passed away from it. So if there's something out there that you really want to go for, and it looks like you do, and you are invested and you want to go through all these energies, you know that there's going to be some resistance there. This other person's going to tell you, perhaps, jog on. I'm not interested. But at least you would have that closure. But I don't see that happening. You're very, very, very determined to make this a reality. You want to be victorious. You don't want to be without this person. You want something that's very tangible, very realistic. You wouldn't be going through all these energies if you weren't that invested in this. Okay. Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius? Yep. Wanting to come towards them like it was yesterday, but just can't because you're just so worried about this other person not talking to you. Queen of Cups here. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So wanting a very truthful, speaking a truth, but wanting a brand new beginning. It is talking about brand new beginnings, sweeping away the past, talking about it, resolving it and moving forward. Queen of Cups, you do love this person. You want to nurture this connection. You want to tell this person how much you love them. It's almost like you worship them. You do adore them. But I don't know if that was whatever situation that was. It's kind of like an epiphany. They've left and I don't feel the same, they're saying. So this person left this situation here, left you to it, and you didn't feel the same. It's recognising what someone means to you, isn't it? Nine of Pentacles. You do see something that's very fruitful, very grounded, very in tune with your future now, or how you want to run your relationships. But you also see this person as the Nine of Pentacles, which is very independent, very nurturing, very loving, very grounded, very in tune with their surroundings. And you want a bit of that. You want that in your life. You don't want anything that's very seesaw-y, I feel. Beautiful reading, but why they made me go so slow, I don't know. But I think it's because you needed to hear it. It's very, it doesn't feel like a defeated energy. It feels like a very conscious, very precise, very conscientious, very determined energy. Very truthful energy around this reading. Because where it has been all busy and over enthusiastic, everything else, it means a lot to you, I feel, and that's why I got the heart palpitations. It felt like I was running a marathon and my throat was closing up, which indicates you want to communicate but you just don't know how. So I think that in terms of love, Aquarius, you have a bit of a problem with opening your heart space. Everything's quite hidden. And I think that's through past experience. You don't want to experience defeat again. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be, you want to be able to give the love to someone that you have within you, in your heart and soul. You want to create a life with someone. And you're realizing what this connection means to you, the gravitas of it. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to have a look and see how the other person feels about you. How does the other person feel about Aquarius, please? Wow, it's come over all giddy. Very light-headed. Oh, they see it as destined. They've got the star card in their reading. They see it as destined. Or they thought it was destined. There's a waiting. It's almost like waiting for the star. Waiting for a star to fall, even. There's that song. I love that song as well. And I can't remember who sings it. Waiting for a star to fall. Beautiful. Ooh, oh, I've got goosebumps. My back's gone so cold all of a sudden. Yeah, they see you two as, they want to nurture this connection. Excuse me, I'm just going to cough. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. But it's almost like they're closing out, I feel, a situation. They're closing out a situation here with this Lord card. So he talks about anybody that depends on him. It's like clear, concise boundaries. So perhaps this other person has something to shed and they're having to declare to whatever they've got on their side, okay, that's done. I'm moving forward, and this Wheel card comes in. They do want to nurture this connection, and then the cycle's complete with both of you coming together. Or perhaps this Lord card here, this declaration of moving forward, the World card, that cycle's complete, and this one moves forward, the one with you, Aquarius. So what else? How does this person feel about Aquarius, please? But I do see that as something they need to shed on their end. Yeah, they don't want a three-party situation anymore. Could be both of you that had other people on each side. But they want to celebrate with this Two of Cups. They just want it to be the pair of you moving forward and no interference from anybody else. Three of Pentacles, they are trying to work on their own stability. They're trying to carve their way in the world. They are busy working on their career, their finances, their stability in order to move forward. Okay, so yeah, that's Seven of Cups, emotional disappointment, I feel, from the situation that they left with you. It's a bit very depleting, but they do see you as the sun and the stars in their life, and they do want the Ten of Pentacles. They want something that's very tangible, very forward moving. We've got this Moon card here, so perhaps they've been suppressing their feelings for you because they don't want anything hidden. They knew something was hidden, and it's a feeling. Perhaps they're very intuitive and they knew something was going on in the background, and they don't want that anymore. And I feel that Lord card there, although it talks about people that have people that rely on them, it's setting clear boundaries. They're also, I feel, setting clear boundaries to you for moving forward. It's like, I don't want any more of this third party nonsense. I just want two people in a relationship. Either give me that and we can move forward, or if you don't want to give me that and you still want to hide things, then that cycle's complete. That's not what I want. I don't want that type of situation. I want to be able to have a fruitful, loving relationship with somebody that's here and in the moment, that's not using their energy somewhere else. But I feel that they have been, I think they knew what was going on. I think intuitively they knew what was going on. Even though you tried to hide it, you're not speaking well, you haven't spoken the truth in the past. So yeah, they couldn't join the party, and they have been burdened by this Ten of Wands. It's like moving away from your soulmate. What do? You can't do anything. They're there with someone else. So it has been a burden to this person. They couldn't join in the party. They chose to remove themselves from that situation. So in effect, they felt a sense of grief and loss for the connection, but they still carried the burden along. But they want something that's very, very truthful, very heartfelt, very steady, very stable, and almost with this King of Pentacles, it's saying, I'm here to stay. And I feel that they want you to declare that too. You're not going to move away and just leave them and create one of those situations again. So the King of Pentacles, are you here to stay? Because I'm committed to it. Yeah, let's move forward. But if you're not, just close the door. The cycle's complete. So I think that they are going to declare too. But they do want to move towards you. Like the Fool card here, it's a leap of faith. They want to have faith in you, Aquarius. They want to believe you. They want to start something new. They want to be very confident about this situation going forward. But there is a sense of a conversation that's going to be had, and you know that you're going to get some resistance. So this person is going to call you out. They are going to call you out. And they're going to say, well, you hid stuff from me before, so how have you reconciled that going forward? Okay? How can we do that? Because it's about trust, isn't it? And perhaps, even though they've carried this situation, they want to reconnect with you. They want something that's tangible. How can I trust this person again? Look, they stabbed me in the heart. How can I move forward? What do I need to do? And this is the question for them. How can they get past what you have done in the past to them. But they're having to get this Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacle energy here, and this, okay, then a commitment almost to create a very committed situation. They want you to be here to stay and not gone tomorrow. They want to put commitment into the situation, but they also want a brand new beginning. They do know that they're going to get some obstacles in the way. If you see this Queen of Pentacles here, she's got a stone here that stops her from putting her foot firmly on the ground. Okay, so she uses it to her advantage and works through it. She finds a way around it. So I feel that this person here is going to be of the same mind as you, Aquarius, and they're going to have to reconcile whatever you did in the past to them to make this very tangible. And the High Priest here. It's almost like they've been in manifestation mode, trying to use their powers of spirituality and the everyday in order to move towards something, a resolution, moving a situation forward to a more stable footing, a more tangible footing. So as you consider yourselves to be soulmates, you're both working quite hard in the background with each other energetically. They have felt bound to this situation as well, even though they left it. It's almost like the residual hurt of this situation. King of Wands. So I do see that as divine partnership. They do want something that's very forward moving. They don't want something that's in stasis. They want to create a brand new beginning with you. And we've also got here, yeah, the rebirth card. Just like you, they want to rebirth this in a very different way. The Eight of Pentacles, putting the time and effort in, making this stable. And they have gone on this journey to reconcile all of this hurt, I feel, all of this emotional depletion. They've had to go on a very inward journey to resolve all those issues within themselves, because they don't want to move forward to any situation with that level of emotional depletion. And it's looking at a situation for them through fresh eyes. So I think that they know themselves on a greater level now. They've been on this hermit's journey. They've been quiet. They've been working away on themselves in the background. Gorgeous. So we are going to have a look at your romance angels and angel answers. Okay, so what do we have for Aquarius, please? Highest messages only. Ooh. What do we have? Oh, thank you. So we've got opportunity. What else do we need to know? We've got within the next few months. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, yeah. If you believe in the connection, believe in yourself, listen to your intuition. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? You're ready. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius? I'm going to take all those cards. Anything else? Anything else? It's up to you. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Aquarius in love. Aquarius in relation to this reading. It's very sedate. Ask you. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Take action. Like I was saying, there's that Prince of Swords energy there. And don't stop. Okay, so that's putting consistency into the situation, by not being, dipping your toe in and out. Okay, so what else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Highest messages for Aquarius. Opportunity. We've got retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Understand yourself. Perhaps it's after that very legal separation. Understand what you want for the future. Anything else within the next few months? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So it could be friends help you to reconnect, Aquarius. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. Engagement, if you believe in the connection. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. Yes, that's because it's communication. It could very well mean engagement as in rings, but I don't read it as that. It doesn't feel like that. It feels that you'll be able to engage with the other person. Listen to your intuition. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, but they will be new to you because whatever you knew of them previously is not who they are now. And like you, you will be new to them because you have changed somewhat to Aquarius. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Highest messages. You're ready. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We've got it's up to you. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius? We've also got take action, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. What was I saying about denying and kind of like never resolving things? It's not unrequited, so don't stop. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. There's oodles. If you don't think, and I feel that that's your that's an insecurity within yourself, Aquarius. It's like they don't like me in the way that I like them now because of what's happened. Don't let that stop you. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You want to come towards them physically. So we've got, don't do what you did previously. Pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. Yeah, don't be this dilly-dally. If you're going to make a commitment, don't just do it. Just be very committed to the cause. Don't come in very wishy-washy. But I don't see you doing that anyway. It's a very, even though you're insecure about the situation, you're not that confident in the beginning. Your confidence is gaining throughout the reading. Playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Codependency addictions are affecting your romantic life, but I feel that you're sealing them off because it's almost like you've run towards them, then run back, run towards them. It's not making a decision, is it? Trust this situation is calling you to have faith, or is calling for you to have faith even. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction between both of you. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Anything else for Aquarius, please? Anything else? Highest messages only for Aquarius. Okay, and we've also got here heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Beautiful. So I'm just going to sign it off with some Moonology cards. What else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Work through your fears. The answers you need are coming. Surrender to the divine. Bring love into the situation. We've also got here time to release negativity and a situation I feel. Meditate and contemplate, and you are good enough. Okay, if that did resonate with you, Aquarius, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button. You can follow me on Facebook. Free advisory service is still open, so you can email me. You can comment on the videos as well, but just keep them clean. And if I don't speak to you before, have a lovely week. Love you loads. Take care.